What's up? Lunch break. You guys are in for a treat today. Got a pretty neat thing. I don't know. This guy might go awry here on me, but we're here. Let me get the door for you, sir. Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad. Didn't even see you. Have a great day. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Here we are. Good old coin pusher. Got my quarters. If you've never played one of these before, super fun. Uh, very low chance of winning, but I like this as an example. So you see that conveyor belt there? That's a reminder. The grind doesn't stop. Some of us may feel like we are grinded out. We just continue to labor on over and over, um, and it just gets exhausting. But if you look up in this top left corner, call that a skill stop. So this is a prime example today of in that grind. Um, I recommend you hit that skill stop sometimes. And what is a skill stop really in your life? For me, it's prayer, discernment, prayer, maybe even some fasting. But helps the grind stand still to where when we get back at it, we've got a new perspective, and that perspective may have some blessings tied to it. So, I'm gonna skill stop us up. Now, my opinion, with every coin I drop in here, that's a prayer. And Mark 11:24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." The more coins I stack in here, the higher my expectations are for blessings. And I've got a bunch. Also, this thing's called a coin pusher, and there's an acronym that I want you to understand, and that acronym is PUSH, and that stands for pray until something happens. So I've put about half my coins in there. We're going to see if this thing will spit anything out at us. Well, that was pretty good. Another thing about prayer that is interesting, and what I've seen in my life, is that sometimes God waits to answer that prayer until it is obvious who deserves the credit. I think a lot of times I try to do things on my own, where I try to put in an extra amount of effort. And right about the time I decide, you know what, God, it's in your hands. Um, you know what, whether it is or it's not, it will be. And I'm going to give you all the credit. That's about the time that blessings start to flow. We got quarters flying on the floor, so fun stuff. But I'm loading this thing up, I'm telling you. That next person may be hitting a jackpot soon. What's funny is I've kind of lost track on how many I've put in there. And, maybe I encourage you on losing track on how many times you've prayed. Lose track on how many times you've asked for your situation to change. And these prayers that I'm putting in here, not really. These coins I'm putting in here, I'm not praying for a win here. But you notice they start at the very beginning. And sometimes it takes a long time for them to push out. So I'm going to hit this thing with a grand finale. I've been collecting these quarters for about a year now. Every time I start my laundry and I hear something jingling, it's usually a quarter. Also, with my adventures with Cove Construction, I always try to seek out gas stations that have one of these. But this is by far the most I've ever put in a coin catcher machine at one time. So we're going to see what happens here. No major win yet, but I want to show you something right here. It's a $50 bill. That could be a major blessing in your life. Not in the form of money, but maybe something you've been praying for a long time. Each time you pray, it gets a little bit closer to the edge. Well, have a great day.